So Willie Colon will be on set for that show, but before that, he is here on Honda Sports Night for On Guard. As we reported earlier, Olu Fashanu slated to make his first career start at left tackle. Willie, do you see him helping the team more in the run game or with pass protection?
Both, actually. He's done a fantastic job when called upon. You know, the Jets have finally found a young fella that has been resilient, healthy, and he's been pretty much a Swiss Army knife for the Jets. I think moving forward, man, the big question is what do you do with Tyron Smith? Obviously, he's going to be a future Hall of Famer. If the Jets do lose tomorrow to the Colts, it's time where Olu is now named the starter for the rest of the season and kind of get him going, get the experience, get the reps, and get him really cemented in a part of that lineup. Tyron has had a hell of a career. Is right at this point. It's time to move on with Olu.
Yeah, and last week against the Cardinals, Quinnen Williams, Will McDonald, and Hassan Reddick played just 37, 32, and 22 snaps, respectively. That's around half of the team's 59 total snaps. Do you think the Jets' best defensive players should be on the field more?
You know, you're looking at a team who's 3-7. I think it's a matter of really finding out what else you have on this roster from a talent standpoint. You know who Quinnen Williams is. He's going to be here. Will McDonald leads the team in sacks. Hassan Reddick, even though he's here for a short period of time, he may be moving on. You all know what those guys can do, but there's guys behind them that you really don't know. And it's a matter of getting those guys as much tape as possible to see what they are so you can have a proper evaluation. I think as far as Will McDonald, I think he's the one that needs to play more because he has cemented himself as being a legit edge rusher, and he's the future for the Jets in that defensive line. So if there's one person who I think needs to play more, it's probably Will McDonald.
So the Jets finally get their bye week after this game against the Colts. They declined to take it earlier in the year after the game in London. Obviously, they can't go back now, but how much of a different season do you think the Jets would be having if they decided to take that earlier bye week?
I don't know. I don't know if that really matters at all, honestly. I think right now this team is they're kind of walking in no man's land. I think everything has revolved around Aaron Rodgers. They've struggled on offense, defensively. They've been absolute disaster when it comes to tackling, and a lot of things haven't really fell the Jets' way. So I don't know if the bye week helps or when it happens. I think guys have to be ready to play. They've played on Thursday night. It's about how they recover. You know, one of the biggest things that was said this season was how do they handle success, and after beating the Patriots on Thursday night and then following that up with a loss, they didn't fare that well. So I don't know what it matters. I think it's just a matter of them be ready to play and start fast. They have yet to do so this season.